very grateful for the partnership of the French Embassy, and of course, we are very grateful for the partnership of the press and everyone who is here. So Make Music thrives by collaboration and partnerships. Every member of the Make Music team is a volunteer, literally, from the director, myself, to every member of the Make Music team. And we have a team of volunteers of over 200 people who volunteer for the World Music Day, who have contributed in one way or the other. These are corporate, people in press, people in event planning, A&R, people in different stakeholders in the music economy who have contributed, and we're so grateful for that. I always tell my team, because of what Make Music is, if you have to pay everyone who contributes in Make Music, our budget will be like $1 billion. So maybe we need to go to, we definitely need the federal government. It won't be individuals, supporting that project alone. So we're so grateful, and we know that when people do things as a community, you really can get a lot more done. As opposed to one person, even though Shogi at the time brought Make Music, because of the various collaborations that we've had, we've been able to do so much more with Make Music. So in 2021, we decided that it was going to make a lot of sense to register Make Music as a not-for-profit, and then it's expanded beyond Lagos to now having Jos, Abuja, Benin, Ibadan, and a couple of other cities who also celebrate the World Music Day. Why is Make Music different from other celebrations? Apart from the fact that it's a celebration of the World Music Day, anyone and everyone can be a part of it. So it's not reserved for people who are very good musically. Although we're happy to have people like Precious. I'm going to introduce him later. So it's not just for anyone and everyone who loves music can be a part of the initiative. So there are, what do we do and why do we exist? We exist for two reasons. First of all, celebrate the World Music Day, and we exist because there's so much talent in Nigeria and very few opportunities. Anyone who plays in that space will know. There's so much potential, but very little conversion. So we see the Burna Boys and the Davidos, and we're like, oh, Nigerian music, Afrobeat is big. But can I shock you that only a very small percentage of funds, money that is made, even through our artists, comes back to this country. A very small percentage. Most of it goes to DSPs, and a very small percentage. Even when the artists seem like they're making a lot of money, the international record labels are taking a big chunk of that money. So what that means is there's still, and we also know that for every one Davido and Burna Boy, there are hundreds of extremely talented people in this country who are looking for opportunities. There's so much we can enhance. In other advanced economies, you don't need to be for every Beyonce, there's so many other artists who you may not see them at the Grammys, but they're making a lot of money. They're able to use that craft can earn them a living, that they literally can live, and they don't have to be win a Grammy just because of how the music economy is. So that is why we're here, to create opportunities for collaboration, because while we have individual players, we believe that when these individual players collaborate, then we can make the pie bigger. We can achieve a lot more. We can have more advocacy to be able to promote the World Music and what we do. So we create opportunities like education. Some of our partners, one of our partners, SIFA, is not here. They are very big on education. We create opportunities for performance. There are artists who are really tired, but they never get the opportunity to be able to perform, because you'll be amazed that even as an artist, you want to perform. You already have your craft. You're already doing your rehearsal. To now find the opportunity to perform is even a big deal. I hear that there are shows where artists pay before they can perform. So we try to bridge that gap. Opportunities to perform, opportunities for education, and of course opportunities for collaboration. Because beyond performance, there is music business itself, which is where the real money and the real value is. So we're very happy that you're here. As she mentioned, over the years, we've grown from 2 events to hundreds of events, literally, hundreds of events, hundreds of initiatives, or tens of initiatives rather, not just performance initiative, music business conference, artist collaboration, songwriting camps, initiatives that we do so that, we give opportunities for artists and the creative space, people in the music economy to actually want to see real growth. One of our initiatives, the Music Business Conference, started because after the first 3 years of organizing the World Music Day, and we basically focused on live performance, people performing, we realized that an artist will come year 1 year, 2 year, 3, and they weren't necessarily growing. We couldn't see a bridge between their talents and progress in being able finish an album, list it, start streaming, start getting fund remuneration from their streaming. And the gap is what the absolute the fact that there is no knowledge of music business in Nigeria. No school offers it. Thankfully, SIFA and a couple of other chief so that is why Make Music exists, and we're so happy that you guys are with us today to hear what we're doing. We're going to be talking about the other events that we have, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much. We're happy that you're here. We look forward to sharing more about Make Music as we progress in this press conference. Thank you.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for everything that you said, Adela. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Okay. So my name is Laduni Lambo, as was mentioned earlier, and I am the cultural coordinator here at Alliance Francaise. I want to speak briefly actually about Alliance and also mention how we are so closely correlated with Make Music Lagos. So Alliance Francaise is a French cultural center, and it's actually incredibly old. I think over probably a couple hundred years old. But here in Nigeria, we have been around for over 50 years. So we're very familiar, obviously, with the landscape and, of course, the cultural scape here in Nigeria. And other than being a French cultural center that promotes things like visual arts, performing arts, skill acquisition workshops, things like that, we also, of course, are very heavily involved in the education side of things when it comes to people learning how to speak French. So we are really about immersing people in the French culture. So that brings us, of course, to Fête de la Musique, or as you would call it, World Music Day. We prefer calling it Fête de la Musique, obviously, as a French as a French organization. And much like what Adela said, we are very big on promoting, I would say, up and coming people or organizations, and of course we want to be like probably a fair play field for everyone to get the opportunity to host whatever project it is that they have to go on with, or even just to show us their craft or their talent, much like what Adela said Make Music is also about. So we are very big on just providing a platform for people, especially when it comes to, I would say, the general public. You know how a few things can be a bit streamlined, like Adela mentioned with the Burner Boys and the Thames and the whoever. We love them. Let me not say we love them. But what about the underground artists? What about the artists that aren't even necessarily Afrobeats? Maybe they go in line in another different genre or direction. It doesn't have to be the most popular thing, but it's really good for it to be talent that is varied, something that we can actually celebrate. It's not just Afrobeats that Nigeria is associated with. We're associated with just really good talent, actually, and it can be anything. So I would say that for us, when it comes to even our community, we have a pretty large, I think it's over 33,000 people online and in-person community. So you can imagine the different type of people that you would have, the different type of even mentality and creativity that everyone has. So we really do try to cater to as many people as we can, and most importantly, as I said, people who are up and coming, people who are undiscovered, people who haven't really been given a platform because maybe they don't have a big name or have enough money or anything like that. As an NGO, that doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is to be able to support. What matters to us is to be able to introduce people to a different side of things that maybe they didn't know before, especially, of course, as I said, in the cultural space. And as I also mentioned, we as Alliance Francaise, and thank you to Mike Adenuga, we have over 150 cultural events alone that happen here in Alliance Francaise, and that's also outside of the fact that you can book the space. So we're very, big on doing as many things as we can, but of course to cater to as many people and different communities as we can. So I believe that this is going to be our fourth Fête de la Musique this year. Yes, it's going to be our fourth one this year. And I mean, each year it keeps getting bigger and better and also different, I would say. So I believe it was last year that we have about 5,000 people who were in attendance, full of students, music lovers, just it was just a beautiful mix of people, and we just really try our best to be as inclusive in that aspect of things in terms of the community, and even like I said, the various artists and whatnot. All right, so as I said, we're hoping for, of course, a bigger and better turnout this year. And maybe we didn't mention, but we would be in Balmoral in the Federal Palace this year on the 21st of June, which is a huge achievement. We're so grateful to the French Embassy for this, and of course, we're so grateful for Make Music as well for their fantastic organization. And of course, as Alliance Francaise, we will always be there to support. One major event, I would say, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the director of Alliance Francaise, his name is Marc Bourbon. He was the, I would say, the brain behind Battle of the Bands, and I feel like if I don't mention this, he'll have my neck. So we're of course looking forward to the finale of that, which will be happening, as we said, on the 24th of June. So we are incredibly grateful, of course, for all of you for coming here, actually, for everybody in the press for coming here and being interested in supporting, because the more people who know about this, the better. So we're incredibly grateful for your support in promoting events like this, and we honestly look forward to you even being in attendance on the day. So thank you so much.
Okay, is this working? I don't think so. Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Temi Hassan Nehemiah. I'm the business development personnel for Alliance Francaise de Lagos. Thank you, Duni, for the introduction. I will just go on to talk about the lineup of activities that we have this year. As she's already mentioned, we always have a series of events leading to Fête de la Musique, or leading to World Music Day on the 21st of June. And so I'll just be highlighting a few of them. Some we've already had and some we'll be having in coming days. Okay? So, like she said, we do Battle of the Bands. Battle of Bands is to promote and spotlight different bands in the city of Lagos, because one of the things we observed, like she said, is that artists are being spotlit several times, but we noticed there was a gap in spotlighting the bands, the actual musicians behind the artist. So then we took it upon ourselves to do a project around spotlighting them. We've been doing this every year. This is our third edition, and we usually have it in May. So we've already had the third edition. We had it on the 9th of May here at the Alliance Francaise. And also in supporting the artists, one of the things we do is the winners from the previous edition, we give them the space, our auditorium here, so that they can have their showcase and as headliners, because we realize that organizing an event is usually very cost intensive, and so to support the artists and to support the bands and the community around them, we give them space and we try to give them as much technical and marketing support as possible. And then when we have other activities, we plug them in to create more, to expand their audience base. So we already had the activity on the 9th of May this year. It was tremendous. It was fantastic. We had judges like Made Kuti, Mama Shows, and Top Sticks. And I have to tell you, if you weren't there, you missed a lot, because narrowing down and picking the top three was such an Herculean task, because these guys were so good. But they did it. We got the top three, and the top three this year are Temidun and the Antiquity Band. We have the Royal Bards, and then we also have the African Folk Band. So these three bands, they are going to go on to the World Music Day on the 21st, and then they will have the finale of Battle Bands where they will perform again. And this time, it's not the judges that are picking who the winner is. We would have live voting. So you guys need to come and pick your favorite band and vote for them. Okay. We also have coming up the Music Business Conference. And like Ms. Adiola said, it's very important for us to, yes, we're having the live shows and promoting music, but the business of music is also tremendously important because we need the artists to keep growing in their craft, to keep making money, and to become as successful as the Burna Boys and co and co. So this year, the theme is Nigeria's music economy, transforming local strength into global value. And we have a lineup of activities on the 18th of June, and it's going to be happening here. From 10 a.m., we have a series of activities. We would have panel sessions, we would have workshops, we would have catalog review, and album listening party. So now let me break down the different activities. For the panel session, we're having two organizations partnering with us this year. We have Lekombam Daily and Co. We also have CIFA, the Creative Industries Initiative for Africa, and they're also going to be doing a panel called The Business of Global Expansion. Thankfully, we also have CIFA representatives here. We have Kinney and we have Wills. Would you like to talk briefly about your panel session? Kinney?
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Sorry, I know we're all having a very cold morning. My name is Kenny Abasiedet. I head operations for CIFA, and it's amazing what the Make Music team has been doing so far over the years. We're very excited to be working together towards this new edition. So we're working together with the French Embassy, and we're bringing in, let me just give some background context. So we're bringing in some France delegates, some senior music executives from France to Lagos for a week of touring, trade mission. You know, we're visiting various music businesses from Maven to Chocolate City to Aristocrats, you know, different music businesses, the plug in Lagos. And we also have a panel where they're speaking about how local music businesses in Nigeria can, you know, collaborate, can get revenue from France as well. So we have an exciting panel on the Make Music lineup of events, and we look forward to that. Thank you very much, and you have the rest.
Thank you, Kinney Abasi. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. Yes, and we're really looking forward to it. Exciting times ahead. And of course, the people that would be present, you have the chance to also network and meet these very important music executives that will be coming to speak to us on the day. It is the 18th of June. It's a Wednesday, so mark your calendar, right? So after the panel session, we would be having workshops by some of our sponsors and partners like Fidelity Bank. We would also be having a catalog review. And the catalog review is very important to us because emerging artists, they create bodies of work, they put it out there, but they seldom have the opportunity to get feedback from music execs, advising them on what they're doing well, what they might improve on, and how to, you know, hone their craft. So this year, just as we did last year, we're going to be having A&Rs and music producers present who would have reviewed the catalogs of these artists prior and then give them feedback. And this year, I think we made a call for artists to submit their entries, and we had about 95 entries come in. And then we now have to shortlist. I know it's incredible. It just goes on to show you how much talent is out there and how much need there is for development, music development. Unfortunately, we might not be able to take all 93, but we would be able to shortlist and then give the music to the execs earlier for them to listen to the entire catalog and then come on the 18th to give this artist feedback. I think this is a very incredible project. Also, we'll be having an album listening party. Album listening party, like you know, is we also made a call for artists. We recently closed the call, I think, on the 31st of May for artists to submit entries. And we had quite a number of entries as well. We've shortlisted, and so just like the catalog review, we are going to have just a select few. Unfortunately, we are unable to celebrate all of these artists or showcase all of these artists, but the select few are spectacular, I tell you. And so because we understand that when you release bodies of work, it is so expensive to create activities around days, such as album listening party. This is where the Alliance Française and this is where Make Music comes in. We give them the platform, we organize it for them, and we showcase them, not just to their audience, but to an expansive audience, our community, and even people that will be watching or streaming the event as well. So this is also happening on the 18th of June. And so we have so many activities, the panel session, the workshop, the catalog review, and the album listening party. So when you come on the 18th, prepare to, be there. And then finally, to wrap things up, we're going to finish with a bang. We're going to have Fête de la Musique on the 21st of June. It's a Sunday. We're super excited. Like Duni said, we'll be having it at the Balmoral Hall in VI. We're expecting also just similar to the number we had last year. And we have so many interesting artists that will be performing. We have people like Made Kuti performing this year. I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. I'm really excited that he's performing this year. We have our beloved Johnny Drill. Since how many years has Johnny been performing for us?
He has been on every edition of Make Music except one when he was not in the country. Every edition, even the edition that we had during COVID, which was a pre-recorded edition or live-streamed edition, Johnny. So we're really, really happy, and we're so grateful for his support. He's really passionate about Make Music, and we're so grateful for his support.
Yes, indeed. It literally clears his calendar. Like, okay, this is Make Music time. Nothing comes here. So it's really good, and it supports our artists also, and it's really incredible. We would, like I said earlier, also have the finale of the Battle of the Bands. They will be performing, and then we would vote who the winners would be. Let me just tell you, we're actually doing really cool stuff here. The guys that won last year, they are representing Nigeria in a rock competition. They'll be going to South Africa to represent Nigeria this year. So, we see success stories like that, and it makes it all worth it, like there's actually value here. We're actually impacting people's lives. Before I conclude, I would like to also mention that we'll be having the New Music Marathon. This is an initiative to also expand the audiences of the different artists in our community. So we usually tell the artists to also submit their entries again. And this year, I think we had about 169 artists submit entries. And then we have different radio and TV stations that we partner with, and they play the music of this artist for free. They do not collect a dime from us, just to support this artist also. I think this is really great. So, thank you. This year we'll be having, our partnership is with Lounge FM. We have City FM, we have Radio Now, Vibes FM, and also Mainland FM. And I'm sure there are other radio stations and TV stations that would also be partnering with us to showcase this artist and to play their music as well. So before I wrap up, because I feel like I've been yapping for a bit, I would like to say thank you to our media partners. We have African Music Channel and African Movie Channel. Thank you so much. They were also around for the Battle of the Bands last month. We have Flytime, Music, Media Pizzas, TVC, Lounge FM, Mainland FM, Radio FM, Slice Media, Slice FM? Slice Media, Vibes FM, and City FM. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for always answering when we call and for always just granting all of our requests. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause for the Make Music team.
Sorry, Zara. So can I request, so I know we mentioned our media partners and they're here, but because we just mentioned them, we're not able to identify. So we'd like to just acknowledge them as if we are just applaud and just acknowledge the people that we have here, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. So please, if you're from
So we can put a
media team or from a media house, can you just identify? So, okay, what media house are you from? Lounge FM. Please, a round of applause for Lounge FM. Please, what media house are you from? Pizzas Media. Please, a round of applause for Pizzas. Any other person from a media house today? Yes, sir. The Nation News. Please, a round of applause for the Nation newspapers. Yes. Please, a round of applause for Flytime FM. Please, any other person? Or I'll probably just pass the mic around. Okay, any other person? All right, no problem. Please, a round of applause for yourselves for coming here today. Like the members of the team have said, we're very grateful. And I know they mentioned a lot of our media partners, but I still want to mention some of our other partners and sponsors who have worked with us over 11 years. Because like they said, it's a community initiative. We don't do it alone. So we've had people like Showgear, Lekoba Midele and Co., Fidelity Bank, Guinness, Life Sport, Uber. I remember there was a year that Uber gave discounts. I think they've done that more than once. They always give us discounts for people to attend, and it's been so much help for us. We have Creation Africa, Domino Pizza, Cold Stone, Nestle Pure Life, Durosi, Wida, Munchit, Pinkberry, Landmark, and a lot of other people who have partnered with us in the past, and we're very grateful. And again, it's a community initiative. So we know that now that you're here, you're part of the community, whether you like it or not. You are a part of the community, and one thing community members do is to spread the news. So we're hoping that as you've come here, you're able to help us really spread the news, spread the good news of Make Music Lagos, and bringing more people. We partner with everybody at different levels. Like she said, in our organizing team, we have people from the media who are present in the organizing team. We have event planners who partner in the organizing team. We have project managers, we have individuals and volunteers like myself who partner with Make Music. So if you know how or what we do and you love what we do, please spread the word and partner with us. Thank you very much. So now we'll be opening the floor for questions. Does anyone have questions about any event or anything you would like to clarify and ask the team? Any questions? Okay, let me hand the mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mine is not particularly a question. It's more of a testimony and a success story. Sometime in 2021, around this time, I quit my job, my 9 to 5, because I had interest in being in the music business. I had not worked anywhere in the music before. I only had passion, and I used to write album and music reviews and post on Medium. And I got to know about the Make Music Lagos Business Conference. It was happening in June that year, and I had just quit at the end of May. I attended, and that was what started my journey into the music business industry. And it was the first time I met actual stakeholders in the music business. I met Uncle Eddie Lawani, I met Godwin Tom, I met Shaws, a lot of people. And since then, up till now, I can pick up my phone and reach out to any one of them, and they would remember. And Uncle Eddie actually wrote the foreword to my debut publication, and we've kept in contact since then. And whoever is watching or whoever would read any story from this particular press conference is the fact that more events have been added to the Make Music Lagos chain of activities in celebration of the World Music Day. It is somewhere you can get into and start a career. It is somewhere you can put your back on. It's something you can rely on and actually start building your career from there. Of course, you're not going to just attend and wait it out. Attend, keep making progress, keep networking, and eventually, depending on how much you want it, you are going to get what you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Does anyone else have a testimony?
Let me just acknowledge Mr. Yemi. So
Okay.
he's very correct. So we met in the 2021 season. Funny enough, this part of the story, I did not know that he quit his job. I didn't know, but I just knew that he was very passionate, and he kept in touch, and he attended every Make Music event after that. So I'm just so happy to see that, it's actually a journey for him, and that journey is taking him somewhere. So I also want to spotlight Precious. Pardon. I apologize. I want to spotlight Progress. Progress was the winner for the Nigerian Idol 2022, and he's been on the. He's a part of the Make Music community as well. So
Yes.
I'm just so so this is what makes Make Music worth it. Just being a part of someone's journey, no matter how little we contribute. We never say we make anyone, but we just contribute our quota. We create opportunities for collaboration, for them to meet other people. We create opportunities for them to just share their craft with the world, and then, it's always so great to see how those people eventually just grow. So I'm happy he's here.
Yes.
Very happy he's here. Every Make Music here. I think he was also at last press conference.
I was.
Precious always with us. He's grown so much in his craft, and he's now. Sorry, I said someone. He's grown so much in his hand. He's up there, but he's also looking back and working with us to help other younger artists grow. So thank you so much, Progress. We're very happy that you're here.
Thank you very much. She wants me to talk about my Make Music story. I was gonna do that anyways after he spoke. Yeah. So thank you. My name is Progress. I was a winner of Nigerian Idol in 2022. That was when I moved to Lagos for the very first time, right? And I remember attending Make Music. No, I mean, okay. My music story started from me winning, and then I remember a friend of mine. His name is David Opera, who's also a singer, spoke about Make Music Lagos, and it was talking about how incredible the platform is and how like open they are. So I remember sending a DM to, I think, Make Music Lagos Instagram page and introduced myself as, I'm Progress, winner Nigerian Idol season 7. I just won and all of that. And I think that year, they had like different spaces where you get to perform. I can't remember which particular lounge it was, but it was already that week. I remember I texted the week it had already started, but they were like, oh, amazing, just come and do what you can do. You get what I mean? So I went there the first time. And then the second year, I think was 2023, it was Mr. Ken, and I told him that I really wanted to perform at the Shutdown event, and he was like, let's do it. And it's been so incredible since then. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for this platform. The platform is incredible. It's just amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Progress. Does anyone else want to say something or still has a question? Okay. So, do you want to say something? All right. So, in the spirit of testimonies, I'll quickly share my own Make Music stories. So, I joined Make Music in 2022. But before then, in 2021, a member of the Make Music team, Mr. Victor, he just DM'd me one day. I was like, hi, I looked at your content on Instagram, and I think you would like this initiative. This is what we're doing. I was like, okay. And I looked and I saw they were having a songwriting camp. And I went for the camp. I enjoyed it. And I think that from that point, I was like, oh, I've never heard of something like this before. Let me see how I can be of help. And I joined the volunteer community. And all I can say is, since I joined the volunteer community, my life has been better for it as an artist, as an individual. I have made connections with some artists. I currently work with a group called One-to-One Seller, and it was through Make Music. I've done background vocals for a couple of artists. It was through Make Music that I met these people. And so I know that there is a lot that Make Music has to give. So you're not just hearing stories. You're seeing real life examples of people. I'm doing project management. I'm learning hands-on technical skills, soft skills through Make Music. And honestly, it's been an honor to be a part of the team and to be able to contribute. So like I said, spread the word of the community. We want partners, we want individuals, we want businesses to join in and help us to promote the good work we're doing, because it doesn't cost small money. It costs a lot of money to do this. So if you know people who have money to pump into initiatives like this, please let them know. That's why we're doing this press conference today. And so to wrap up, Mr. Adiola, do you have anything to say?
Zara is being humble. Zara is also a trained lawyer who is now into entertainment law. So she did not add that fancy part. She's being humble. Okay, I think I wanted to just mention something.
Oh yes, I just also wanted to add that it's been really incredible working with organizations like CIFA. I think it was 2 years ago, 2024. They heard about what we're doing and they decided, they host Music Business for Africa, which is now Creative Business for Africa. It's a program, it's a very immersive program where you learn the business of music, but now it's expanded to beyond music, to just like creativity in general. And 2 years ago, when they heard about the things we were doing, they offered 5 scholarships to 5 of our community members, and it was such great help. So just to thank you again for always being here and for always supporting us. Thank you.
Are we wrapping up? Closing remark. Okay. So thank you everyone again. Thank you. Make Music, like I said, like we mentioned, thrives on community and collaboration. That's why it's called Make Music Lagos and Make Music Nigeria and Make Music New York. So it's like International Women's Day. No one can own it literally. So we don't own the World Music Day, but we are like an advocate group promoting. And the more people support the initiative, the bigger it is. I remember one of my favorite years of Make Music was a year where we had concerts from Ikorodu to Badagry. Like we partnered with Itango, and they gave us their spaces. So we had about 21 concerts around Lagos. It was incredible. Imagine the opportunity to have over like 10 or 15 artists performing at every venue just for the World Music Day. So that's what collaboration does. So we're very happy that you guys are here, and we're looking forward to you helping us to spread the news and also partnering with us. It's a not-for-profit yet, but it does make a difference. You've heard from EME, we've heard from Progress, we've heard from even our volunteers. It makes impact, and we're so happy to see that. In fact, some artists that you see. So I think we missed one event, but I'll just quickly finish what I'm saying. So some of the artists that you see today, when they started and they worked with us in Make Music, so we never claim that we make anyone, because at the end of the day, for anyone to become who a great artist or a popular artist or an A-list artist is a journey of multiple contribution by them, by God, by everybody in their life, their parents. Everybody just keeps sowing that little seed. Someone will water, someone will till, and then that person grows. So we say that our part is to contribute our own quota. I remember that when we worked first with the popular cavemen, they were barely a band. The cavemen, they were two amazingly talented brothers that we were like, oh, these guys are so talented. In fact, when they worked with us on Make Music, we met them at another in Shogear. They worked with, because Shogear had worked with them, and for the World Music Day that year, they collaborated with Bez. So we introduced them to Bez. Who remembers Bez? Yes. So they performed with Bez, and after that they went touring with him, and before you know it, so we're just so happy. So those are the little things that happens through the Make Music platform. Little crap that sometimes we're not even aware of. There was a year that the My Song Is Your Song collaborated. So My Song Is Your Song, she will talk about it briefly, but let me just say the impact story of that. So the My Song Is Your Song collaboration is artists exchange songs. So that initiative is a global initiative. So multiple artists across different parts of the world exchange songs, and then where we create that platform to exchange songs, then they cover each other's song. 2 years ago, an artist in Nigeria who collaborated with an artist in I think it's Malaysia or Indonesia or thereabouts, they actually did a single together, and they were introduced through that initiative. So those are the things, and those are stories that come to us. When you sow, you never know. So those are stories that come to us. So we're just so grateful for that impact, and we really want to be able to continue to make that impact, and also advocate for other people, to play their part and make that impact. So finally, I think we missed one project. So Tony will come and mention it, and sorry, I miss everybody's name. I feel like my mom. You know how your mom will call every child before she gets to the child that she wants to call. I apologize. Please cut that part, okay? If you can. All right. So Anu will come and we'll talk about it, and then Laduni will help us wrap up. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Anulu Rahim, and I'm the co-lead for My Song Is Your Song this year. My Song Is Your Song is a global song swap where artists from all over the world, Spain, Mexico, Brazil, you name it, send in their songs to us, and then we pair them with other artists, after which they go and then reimagine or do a cover of that song. So, for example, we can have an artist from Mexico and another artist from Nigeria, and they get paired. So the Nigerian artist will do a cover of the Mexican artist song, and the Mexican artist song will do a cover of the Nigerian artist song. And Nigeria's participation in My Song, Your Song, over the years we've been actively involved in leadership and coordination of My Song Is Your Song. And this year, Make Music Nigeria is co-leading with Make Music Long Beach, California. This year we received about 87 entries, 37 from Nigeria, 21 from the United States, 10 from Mexico, 4 from Australia, 3 from Turkey, 4 from Cyprus, 7 entries from Spain, and 1 entry from the United Kingdom. Makes a total of 87 entries. And this year, I'm even so happy to have a Nigerian artist who would be covering a Turkish song. So the song from start to finish is in the Turkish language. And then the Nigerian artist is so excited to cover that song. So this is really, really lovely. And
Other than just international collaboration with My Song Is Your Song, we also foster unity amongst artists. During the meet and greet of this year's participants, one of the previous participants said that the artist he was paired with last year owns a radio show, and even after My Song Is Your Song has ended, they've gone on to have so many other collaborations, he performing on his radio station. And this is what My Song Is Your Song is all about, bringing in international collaboration and unity between artists all over the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. And as we wrap up, I just want to say a special thank you to, I would say, our press or our media partners that are here. So I want to say thank you to Guardian, Nation, Vanguard, TVC, Lounge FM, Flight Time, and Vibes FM. Thank you all so much for coming. And we look forward, of course, you know, we have so many events that are happening, and I hope you've marked your calendars for all the ones that you're interested in, or even anybody else you know who's interested in them. And we will see you, hopefully all of you, actually, for the shutdown for Federalism. Thank you so much again, and have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. So we have come to the end of the press conference, and all that's left to do is to network and take pictures. We'll be setting up the backdrop where? Here. So the team and members of the press and those present can take pictures for the articles and the news and everything. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. My name is Zara. Thank you for coming to our press conference. By the way, all our events are free to attend. No tickets. Thank you.